I have a question. Do I ask this question? You guys might be like, do you think each member of BTS can match the level of success of BTS? One hot Shan asked, I don't know enough about BP. Do they have good camaraderie? They seem to be very good friends. That is what I honestly think. I think they have a really, really good friendship. It's just that some people keep on shading them, insisting that they are not good friends. Um, are we, Bang Luna is asking, are we going to discuss international versus local fame? International. International. Jazzy J, say that again. What? Are you asking me to repeat the question? Faiza said maybe JK. Asha said nope. Bang Luna said yes. Disha said Rosie is more Avril Lavigne coded than Taylor Swift. Could be. I think JK could. Existing psychology said I like G Idol. Chrissy said yes. JK yes. HHK said how is a criteria commercial success? Commercial success. Midori Lee, yes, the YG staff that left to work at Jenny's company. I hope they planned the money well. Jenny has to keep busy to pay the staff. She's a very, very smart woman. I'm sure that she's planned that out. It's very expensive to maintain a company. Quite honestly, you know that I have a business. I have a small company. I have to keep on working to make sure that they get paid. So it is not easy. I like BP better solo than as a group. Dearly beloved. Dolby Baby said no. Marvy Loose, OT7, BTS is the next BTS. V Heart, loaded question. Belinda Sotner, yes. Beatrice said no, and the boys know it. Celeste said yes in their own arenas. One Hot Shun said lol. Nancy Bravo, yes. Yes, each can make it to that level. Sylvia said maybe. JK, maybe. Rachel said yes, each one could do it. BTS Forever 7, I think Jacob could be. So many answers. Possibly only Carol. No, wait, I'm missing. I'm jumping. JK could. Dolby Baby said um, BTS Forever 7, I think JK could be. Macne Line. LK said, honestly, only some members can just because. Feli Aziz said nope. Jazzy J said yes. Celeste said, but they will always be BTS. Diane said yes, but they will prioritize group work. Still with BTS said they all can, but they love their group together. Dal BB said JK could. A Brown said yes, because not everyone likes pop music. Ash said each member of BTS follow a different sound for each other compared to the BTS sound together. Georgia said, I'm not a BP fan, but I love and respect each one of those girls, and I watch and listen to all of their projects. Hoan said, nope, you can already see most are only supporting the Macne line. Angel Star, no. Bellatrix commercially, maybe JK and or J Hope. It will depend on how they manage to engage with USA. One Hot Shan said, I do think the guys are better together, but I think Jimin and JK could. Cat Tiger said, even if they hit the ground running, no one will ever replace BTS. The group is still together and will be for years. CG, hi for the first time to finally catch up on your live. I love watching your V live. Thank you. Glad that you're here. I hope that you come regularly. Leia said no, because the higher the members get, the higher they will push BTS as a whole. Carol Fee said possibly only JK can become as big as BTS. Bang Luna said JK and Jimin could become huge if they wanted to do the promo work. Claire said, I think JK can match, but I don't think surpass. One Hot Shan said pop is a very open genre. V Heart, I think JK if he learns English more fluently. Cindy said each and every member. Yes, each and every member. Marvilu said maybe JK could, but the boys has different genre. JK is more mainstream. So many answers. Um, or is that how can BTS replace BTS? Okay, the answers are very very interesting. Jazzy J, Jimin, and Jungkook already succeeded. Sailor Girl, hi. Um, okay, so we're coming up on the second hour. I thought it was like an hour and a half. So I'll just answer that question first because I asked you that, so it will be unfair. Um, if I don't answer, right? So I will answer the question. I think I think not everyone will I think each member will pursue a different genre, like a different direction when it comes to their career. Um, so will everybody be able to match the commercial success of BTS? I don't think everybody will, and I don't think everybody will intend to because they just have different plans. I do think that they will like the success that they will experience in their own genre is comparable to the success of BTS in BTS's genre. Am I making sense? Okay, that for example, I think Suga is going to do more behind the scenes work when he settles down. Not necessarily, I think he will still do like he's probably going to tour again and he's probably going to do stadium tours and he's going to sell them out because because he made the mistake of not doing stadium tours the first time. But I think when he settles down, I think he's going to do like more behind the scenes work. Behind the scenes work, of course, will not be able to match the success of. I mean, you can't compare that to BTS, right? To what BTS has done. But the stature that he will accomplish as a producer and as a composer and doing all this other is comparable to the stature of BTS in its own genre. Another example would be, let's just put this as an example. Um, RM, for example, if he continues to pursue rap, right? Hip hop is different from pop. So, and then a foreign hip hop artist is different from pop, and it's very different from an African American hip hop artist because that is their genre. But the level of success that RM is going to achieve in the genre that he chose will be comparable to the is sort of the same level as the success of BTS in its genre. Am I making sense? Does that make sense? So, um, that I think is what's going to happen. That they will achieve the level of success comparable to the level of success of BTS. Of BTS. Um, in terms of pop, I think definitely JK is a shoe in almost because he's very willing to go towards that direction. I think we will all be surprised. If you haven't seen it already, I think you're in for a surprise with Jimin. It's all going to go down to how willing Jimin is to do the promotional work in the West. So that means not just US, but also UK. He's going to have to learn a little bit more of the language. Let me just say that I've actually heard him speak in English, and he can speak in English when he's relaxed. So I don't have any problems with him learning language. He will never ever lose the accent, but I think he can learn it. But it's not just about the language, but actually being willing to do the promotional work. So if he's willing to do that, and that has a lot in it, that's loaded. That's a loaded thing to do. If he's willing to do that, you're going to be very surprised with what he can achieve. I'm actually surprised that a lot of people still do not recognize the level of success that he has achieved. I mean, Billboard Hot 100 number one, you debuted a song, a non-English song in number one. If it is, if that's an easy thing to do, a lot of people would have done it already. Saying not 21 weeks in a song that you barely promoted, if that is an easy thing to do, a lot of people would have done it. Okay, so that I think V is just going to pursue something else as a genre. I think he's going to go with jazz and R&B, and I think that's going to make him very very happy. So I think it's going to be very artsy. Um, so can you expect the same kind of sales, right? In a jazz? No, but he's going to surpass many many jazz artists. So that's what I'm talking about. Like the level of success that they will achieve in their chosen genre will be comparable, will be equivalent to the success of BTS in BTS's genre. V is going into musical theater. I think so. I think musical theater is going there. Suga is going to produce a movie, like he's going to score a movie. Um, so yeah. I think J Hope is actually a triple threat, in that he can actually rap, sing, and dance. Quadruple threat because he also writes. And I think he is going to be, if there is anybody who would be willing to go through the promotions, I think it will be J Hope. Um, we will also be very surprised with J Hope. I think V is very good in jazz. Not a fan of jazz before, but I am loving it. I'm actually not a fan of jazz. I mean, I support Suga. I'm Suga. I mean V. I support V, of course, but I'm not a big fan of jazz. It's not something that I will pursue. That's why I lean towards Friends because it's the least jazzy of his songs. Um, but of course I support him, and I will continue to support him. I will continue supporting him. Yes, V, I'm sure will do musical theater. JR said. J Hope can be like J Park, but good. So not J Park. I'm kidding. I mean, J Park is a very very good musician. He's a very good marketer. Don't sleep on worldwide handsome Jin. I think Jin is going to be like, he's going to become ultra rich. I think he's going to go into business. Really, I think we're going to wake up one day and see Jin as one of the first billionaires. It's like, Jin is a billionaire. How did that happen? Well, Jungkook was touring. He was just earning money. He might actually do Jin hit. Jin the gamer. JK, J Hope, and maybe Jimin. But Jimin, I'm not sure he wants it. Um, I think, does he want? I don't. Does he? I don't know. I know that Jimin has continuously surprised me with his drive towards artistic excellence. I really did not expect this from him. I think I've mentioned this before. The shock that the US that we were in when he hit number one, our jaws dropped. Like, where did this guy come from? So, and he can still continues to surprise me with his drive for artistic excellence, with how he's trying to he would with how he not just tried, but how he has reinvented himself. And I think that's what's so exciting about him, because you don't know what he's going to be doing next, right? So, and I think he will continue to surprise us. And that's why I'm saying that it isn't, I don't know if he would be willing to do the kind of promotions that is required. But then Jimin is also the kind that has defied trends, right? He has continuously reinvented things. He has not done the same thing others are doing. So I even though I think I kind of agree with you that he may not be willing to do the promotional work, I will also not discount the fact that despite his unwillingness to do things the traditional route, he will still make it. Um, Jimin behind the scene, Yo Van F. Jimin behind the scenes working was impressive, absolutely impressive. And that grind factor stands out. One hot Shan said. Ash Genie's lamp becomes an investment or a VC. And I think this is not the only venture he's going to go into. I do think he's going to. venture more into gaming because that's something that he's very passionate about. So I think he might like partner with Hybe on something when it comes to like metaverse gaming or something like that. But I think Jin is just the first of the many that he's going to do. I think like I think he will continue definitely continue making music, and he has promised that in his song. He did say that he will continue making music, but he said that the only group he's going to be a member of is BTS, and I think he's serious about that. So I think he will like do a project, right, and then wait for the like. But then on the side, he's going to get into this many ventures, and then he's just going to be super rich and super successful. Sandy said Arm doesn't get the credit he deserves. Something sometimes I think often he doesn't get the credit he deserves. I just went on a rant last live stream. I was talking about how frustrated I was that his documentary isn't getting the kind of respect that it deserves, because I think that documentary is going to gain the attention of many people and will inspire people to actually give K-pop a chance. Um, Rachel said Fairy Lane. I was not surprised at all, but you're right. If he is motivated to do it, I think he had to prove to himself that he is good enough. I think it's not you're just partially. I think it's not just I don't think he's ever doubted he's good enough. I think he's just not because as I've said, like when during the BTS era, he had the least amount of writing credits and stuff. So I think it was just a matter of him finding his creative self. So I think he knew he had what it takes. He just wasn't sure like how where do I go? And that's why it was important for him to do these two initial projects. RM deserves so much more, way more. Um, just think of NJ had FAFO. They could be making. They're in the find out stage. No, actually, they're still in the FA stage. As soon they'll enter the FO stage, the find out stage. RM is gaining the respect of musician and thinkers. He is gaining that respect. I do want him to get like mainstream respect, but because I think a lot of people will benefit from what he's doing. I wouldn't be surprised if Jin also goes into the tuna industry. I think Jin is capable of getting to in any industry. But yeah, I do think that he's going to like become extra, like super rich someday. In every BTS song, you can hear Jimin vocals. RM is an amazing artist. He has his own way of showing his talents. Okay, we are at 2 hour 2 hour mark. I did not know that we will get here. I thought we will get to like an hour and then stop. But do you have any questions before I go? I did have one topic that I wasn't able to get to, but I will do that in the next live. Actually, two more topics. But I did enjoy our conversations. That's why I didn't bother like being strict about the time. I will do so next time. But I hope that you enjoy this. But do you have questions before I go? Is this the longest you have been on? I think I had one like that was like 2 minutes, a 2 hour and 15 minutes. Angel Star Jin will launch his own fishing boat company. It could be. Did you see the brats utilize the groomer for their Vanity Fair pictures? I think that was like that was shot like months ago, maybe. Um, so I'm not really surprised about that.